What's going on to all of you Aries? You have the Six of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, Seven of Cups, Justice, which is Libra, which is the exact opposite of Aries, Two of Pentacles, the Moon, King of Cups, excuse me, Ace of Swords, and last but not least, the Eight of Wands. So for you Aries, a lot of you Aries happen to be in a situation right now where the Six of Wands, moving forward, Five of Swords, moving forward from someone that rejected you, that tried to play you out like you were a sucker, and you Aries ain't worth this and you Aries ain't worth that. You don't care. You don't care about them because you're moving forward. You have enough self-respect. You have enough self-love. You don't care about what this person has to say anymore. At one point in time, you would. You Aries don't care two squats about what it is that they have to say anymore. So you're moving forward. Seven of Cups, the Justice, because you know it in your heart that you have people that still like you, that want to get to know you. Probably have a couple of people right now, you know. If not, you can always remain being by yourselves. And it's no big deal. You know, a lot of times too, like I said, in my Taurus video, people really try to make it seem like being not in a relationship and being single is like trash. It's like the worst thing that could ever really possibly happen. And the truth is that's not true at all. You know, if you can't, put it like this, if you can't get yourself into a relationship and you know that you're good, you know, you're great, you're a great person all around, who cares? You know, because at the end of the day, you know, let's not forget where in the book, I'm not going to say the name, but in the book it says, for all those people who can get married, do so. For all those people who having a problem in relationships, remain single. So what is it saying? It's saying, number one, on one level, thank you. On one level, it's saying learn to become very comfortable with not having anybody there, because again, you will see why. Because suppose now I'm not into that as far as the book, but I get the wisdom, because the Seven of Cups represents the reason for that is because a lot of you need to understand that what you've got going on is that you're in a particular situation where again, you have a lot of options. You know, you have things that you can do. You can choose to be by yourself. You can choose to speak to people, try to see what they got going on, other people. You can choose to allow people to come to you. Some of you may have people already that's lining up to get to know you, all of that type of stuff. And then you have the Justice, which is the exact opposite of Aries because it represents Libra. But Aries and Libra, right? Opposites are the same energy, but just opposite ways that they manifest. So for you Aries, this is about how a lot of you Aries are in a situation where because you understand things better now, you have a more well-rounded perspective of how people date, right? The nature of it, and how people went from a nature that was better suited for them to now a dating pattern or a nature that is very much so apprehensive and detrimental. But the Justice now represents, but a lot of you Aries don't really have to care about this because what they're doing, because you know that Lovers, you have self-love. You don't have to worry about what it is that they've got going on. So the Two of Pentacles and the Moon now represents, so as a result, the Two of Pentacles and the Moon is that, again, taking some time to chill by yourselves, be single. Yeah, like, you know, a lot of times too, people really kind of underestimate being single too, you know. They really do try to make it seem like being single is the worst thing in the world that could ever happen to you. And your account is bigger, you know, the money in your account is bigger. It's stacking up to the ceiling or whatever edge to the virtual degree that your account can go, you know, or physical account if you have one. You have a peace of mind. You can do whatever legally, of course, You could do whatever it is that you want. And honestly speaking, what most people would want if they could have it is a person that isn't tripping out about them coming in and getting what it is that they want and sharing in good times with them without the stupid stuff. And the problem is that a lot of people find it too difficult to stop with the stupid stuff. They have to implement the stupid stuff that goes along with it, and that's what it is, because I would love to be with somebody that I don't necessarily have to talk to every day, doesn't play games, but at the same time, we, whenever it is that we go do something that does require money, which is every now and again, right? We both pay equally and without having the person tripping out about it, and I'm not a cheapskate or cheap or to the point where, I'm just scared to spend my money or any of that type of stuff. No, what it is that, we're both equal here. We're both partners. So I would love to put in my amount and then they put in the same amount without tripping out about it. You know what I mean? Or maybe they pay for me, they pay for both of us, and they're not tripping. And I go, you know what? I love this person so much because they're doing that. I'm gonna tell you what it is I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and hook this person up. I'm gonna do something real good, real nice, real thoughtful for this person that I know will compensate because if I had it, I would. And the thing about it is that that's where the bliss is. That's where the bliss is. But the problem is you got a lot of knuckleheads running around playing stupid, playing all these stupid games, so they're winning all these stupid prizes. And that's what it is a lot of you Aries are actively trying to avoid. But the King of Cups represents, but a lot of you Aries you're gonna continue to be patient, and you're gonna continue to control your emotions, right? You're not gonna get upset because you're gonna look at it for what it is, that for the most part, a lot of people out here are really playing games. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website in which you can financially support me from my Instagram page, right? Send me a follow. The books that I have that are on Amazon. Yes, I am an author twice. About to be a third time author. My clothing store, from hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, as well as private tarot readings. Click on it. It will redirect you to my website. And on the website, it has birth chart readings. It has tarot readings, all of that type of stuff. And so if you need any kind of help setting that up, you can contact me through my Instagram page. You can also feel free to contact me through my email, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. So the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands, represents how this is a situation for you where what's going on now is that a lot of you Aries are at a point in time where, again, you've finally learned one of your greatest lessons, which is to surrender, right? Because you have to know when to dominate and when to surrender. And what I mean when I say when to dominate and when to surrender, when is a good time for you Aries to be active? When is a good time for you Aries to be receptive and sit back and chill and see what's going on and what comes? And ultimately, you have to learn how to be both, right? You have to learn how to be both. If you're active, too aggressive, you're unable to see the signs, you're unable to see the things that you need to see in order for you to make better decisions. You're too receptive, life is passing you by, and you're not getting anything done. You're not getting enough done. And this is where it is that you get a lot of unsuccessful people because they're a little bit too receptive. They sitting back, expecting or wanting, because whenever it is that you hear me say the word expectation, it really means they want. So they want all of these things, but in actuality, they're unwilling to actually be active enough to take action and see what's going on, if they're actually getting closer to the goals that they have. And the Ace of Swords represents you, Aries, finally learn one of your greatest lessons, which is when it's a good idea to be dominant and when it's a good idea to surrender. A lot of you are understanding to surrender. And what I mean by that is, do not waste your time trying to get things only your way. That's not how a successful relationship is. There's times where your partner will get their way. There's times where you'll get your way exclusively. But for the most part, a lot of it is based upon managing the two of y'all's ego, making sure that the two of you are growing at, around the same speed and are on par with each other, right? Maybe you're not on par with each other. Maybe one of you is vastly better, but at the same time, still making that effort to grow, still growing, and at the same time managing those two egos that would normally clash. But then the things that then after this, you have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands represents understanding that you understand this about yourself now, Aries. So what this means for you is, a lot of you Aries have to understand that what comes next is to now implement that. Not everything, again, because Aries sometimes, like I said before, they want the person that's a challenge and all this other type of stuff. When in actuality, the person that's a challenge and all that, they are really those people that are really not necessarily good for you. So let's clarify some of these cards here. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. So when it comes to the future, you have the World, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Seven of Cups. So the World, the Seven of Pentacles represents, again, this is about how a lot of you Aries, you will eventually move on. You're just taking some time right now to be single, enjoy yourself. Because that's another thing too. People can get bored with the monotony of constantly being in a relationship. You get yourself out of a relationship and then you gotta do the work to be socially acceptable to get into a relationship. And a lot of you Aries are like, I'm gonna enjoy my singlehood, because sometimes being single can be better than being in a relationship, honestly. And the World and the Seven of Pentacles represents, to clarify this Eight of Wands, you don't have to worry about people trying to cherry pick you. They want you for these particular things, but they don't want the whole you, Then you have the Hermit and the Seven of Cups, and, they have some sort of ulterior motive. But a lot of you Aries still have a lot of options. You have the Seven of Cups twice. A lot of you Aries still have a lot of options. Don't even worry about it, But if you're taking some time to really, with this moon, right? If you're taking some time to really get your stuff together, to make sure that you're not emotionally still attached to this person from the past and getting caught up, then please most definitely do that, because it will help you out in the long run. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 6,530 some odd subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.